Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll ourselves 4 new regions. Alright, I don't really hate these. There's better options we could have got, but we certainly could have been left with nothing. We do get to do some stuff that I've wanted to do for a while, and it has bothered me. So I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. But we're going to end off this episode, and I'll see you again for another week of Regional Rumble. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regional Rumble. This week we have 4 regions, and I'm trying to remember them all here. We have Ardi, Eldips, Northern Korend, and Mauritania. I believe that those are the correct regions. Not like the greatest in terms of content, varied content anyway, but there are some stuff that I do want to do, and one major thing in these regions is that I can finally complete a quest that I've been wanting to do for ages, but I needed 2 corresponding regions, and they were Ardi and the Feldips, which we have together this week. That is the gnome village quest, and it's been annoying me for so long because it's such an awkward one to complete because I have to keep crossing the river to get the orbs and bring them back, and now that we've finally got the 2 regions, we can do it. So that is going to be the main thing we're going to be doing in this episode. I do want to mention that in the last episode I got a 50k smithing reward, and I don't think I actually mentioned it in the video, but I did go ahead and add it, and I also added the 50k cooking from last episode as well. So we are now at 57 thieving, and we are at 66 cooking, so that's always nice. Alright, with all that said, let's go ahead and get our timer started, and we can get on with this episode. The first thing I'm going to do is equip everything, as usual, and I'm actually going to do something a bit weird. I'm going to steal, like, 20 silk before we go ahead and do anything else. And the reason I want to do this is so that while we're doing everything else, the timer can count down, and we can go ahead and sell it back to the trader, and get ourselves some GP. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need this or not, but it's nice to have coins on you, no matter what you're doing in this game, just in case you need to buy something from a shop randomly. So, that's why I said I'm going to get 20 silk, we're going to get some coins from that, and then whatever we do for the rest of the episode, we should have enough money to cover it. That's going to be 20 silk done. We are going to head over to gnome village, and we're going to get ourselves that quest started and finished. There is one problem with this. I normally mage the Khazard Warlord, but I don't really have access to decent stuff. I'd have to go to Northern Korend, and then I'd have to buy the runes, and I don't have the money, so it means selling the silk. It's a lot of extra effort, but I think I could probably just melee him. Flicking prey melee. It might take a little while, but I still think it's a little bit faster than using magic. We'll give it a try. Right, so, Khazard Warlord. We're going to have to try and melee him. We'll have to see how this goes. I'm just going to try and flick prey melee. Hope for the best. See how it goes. He attacks Sibby speed, I think. Makes it nice and easy for me to track. I think I'll be okay. And there we go. That was easy. I ended up just leaving the prayer on because I was doing loads of damage. I kind of expected to hit a bit more zeros, but orbs are obtained. Let's go ahead and finish this quest and get ourselves attack XP that's going to do absolutely nothing. Yippee! Let's finish this quest. Alright, Morton, here are your orbs. Let's do Sutana and Tanya. There you go. I've done this quest too many times. This is like one of the quests that everyone does earlier on a combat account, because just the attack XP is good. And funnily enough, it's not really going to do anything for me, unfortunately. But still, it's always nice to get some. There we go, 11.4k attack XP, no levels, but we do get a gnome amulet. Kind of cool. It's actually a really nice amulet because whenever I'm in this region, I can always get another amulet. So, yeah, I mean, I can't complain about that. I'll keep it on for now. Might as well, gives me some melee defense. It's actually got really good melee defensive stats. I don't know if I can really show this with all this silk on me, but you'll be able to see, if we look at the defense bonuses, it changes drastically when you put this on. So it's a really good amulet to just be able to get whenever I want. Super nice. Alright, let's see if we've passed the time and we can sell these back. And yes, we can. Okay, we do 120 as usual. We'll give it to him for 60, and that's going to be 1.4k GP obtained. Very nice. Now that we've got ourselves 1.4k GP, we are basically done here. I am going to go ahead and steal some food. And the reason I'm doing that is just because in case I take some damage over in Mauritania, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this. I'm going to go to agility. I can't... I've said it on the stream, but I just can't remember if I've recorded it or not. Right, so the plan is we're going to go over to Mauritania and we're going to train a lot of agility in this episode. It's going to be a shorter one, but the gains are going to be big. We do want to collect up Marks of Grace, which means we are going to have to get rid of another item because we want to carry it over. Now that we have the costume room, it's actually viable to try and get Graceful. It's going to be a bit hard to do it, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to be minigame teleporting to Clan Wars and then running over across the Wildy Ditch, because I think that is the fastest way to get there. I don't really have any other options. But yeah, so we got ourselves some money, got ourselves some cakes. I think we'll be okay. I mean, rooftops tend to not do too much damage, so I'm not really too worried about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you over in Canifis once we get there. The one thing I do want to do before we do agility, actually, is get a Slayer task. If we can do that Slayer task, then I will be doing it. So, I have just realised something. Completing Tree Gnome Village is actually a medium task in the Feldips area. So, we can go ahead and tick that one off as completing the final medium task in the Feldips area. With that task completed, we get ourselves the rewards of 50,000 XP, 10 Super Anti-Poisons, or 100 Emerald Bolts Enchanted. The Emerald Bolts would be really nice if I had some sort of boss to kill. But I don't. There's not actually anything, I don't think, that I haven't already done. I guess Skatizo, but, like, I'm not going to get access to that. So that kind of sucks. We can't do Salar in the Twisted. There's no bosses in RD. I believe all the bosses in Mauritania are locked off to me right now. And, even if they're not, I mean, like, something like Nightmare is just not going to happen, so it's a shame. It's a shame that we don't have something like Giant Mole or something like that. But nonetheless, I guess we'll go ahead and spin the wheel for the XP and see what XP we end up taking, because I don't see the other two being too useful. Such a shame, though. Right. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. No, 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 no. You know, I'm kind of tempted just to take the Emerald Bolts. This is the worst XP to get. Because basically post 60 or even post 50 is pretty useless. I don't really want fire making XP. The other two rewards kind of suck. I'm gonna have to take it, really. I guess we'll take the 50,000 fire make XP. It's gonna give us one level. Sure, why not? Let's take it. Right, it's time to get another Slayer task from Mazkanar. Good luck, us. Can it be a task that we could do? Wolves? We can actually kill wolves. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of agility because I know my minigame teleport is on cooldown, and that's going to be the best way to get back. There are wolves near Ardy. There might be wolves in... I mean, werewolves, actually. Do werewolves count as wolves? I didn't even think about this. I could kill werewolves, right? And we do not get Slayer XP. Okay, so these do not count as wolves. I believe werewolves are a different task. I'll take the Steel Axe, though, because that could become useful. So, unfortunately, we can't kill these for Slayer XP, which kind of sucks. But, as I said, if we go back over to Ardy, there are wolves right here, if nowhere else. I think there might be some other areas where there's wolves, like in Northern Korea as well, but I can easily kill these ones. I'll just fishing trawler, teleport, and then run up. But as for right now, my minigame teleport is not ready. So we're going to do a little bit of agility before we head over there. But I will be prioritizing Slayer and basically just doing agility in the sort of gaps while I've got nothing else to do. Might as well get some done. Right, I figured I might as well get this level. We jump off here. We should get ourselves an agility level, and that is going to be 58 agility. We have just... Oh, that's about it. It's a shortcut we can use here. We have just run down the timer. So we can teleport over the fishing trawler. And we're going to go ahead and complete ourselves the Slayer task of wolves. And then I'm going to run all the way back here. Now, I know it seems like a bit of a long jog, but Slayer is an annoying skill to train. And if I've got a task that I can do in my current region, you bet I'm going to take it. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a Slayer task done. And then we're going to get ourselves another one. 37 Slayer. Very nice, very nice. We can now kill kilowatts. I would rather not. I hate those things. I do want to also mention for the video that there is actually a medium task in Northern Korea that we could do this week. However, I really don't feel like doing it. It's to create a tier 1 supply set. And I'm not in any rush to do it. It doesn't really require multiple regions. I could basically do it anytime I'm in Northern Korea. And I kind of really want to focus my efforts around training Slayer and agility. So that's the reason why I'm not doing that, in case anyone's wondering. Ooh, 38 Slayer. Can now kill Vyres. Not really something I want to do, I gotta be honest. Somehow we're still doing this task, by the way. I have killed 52 of these. I thought I had a lot less to kill. Apparently not. We're still going. There we go. Finally. I've killed 63 of these. The loot tracker says it, and I'm pretty sure I've never killed wolves before. I went back on the VOD, and it looks like I got like 54 to kill. I don't know how I've managed to kill extra. But anyway, that is going to be another Slayer task done. 57 wolves. 13 tasks in a row, 2 points. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another Slayer task. That does mean walking all the way up there. However, we can use a nice little shortcut and take ourselves the spirit tree all the way up to the Grand Exchange and then run across the ditch like that. So that could save us some time. Also saves us the cooldown on the minigame teleports. That's nice. It's just occurred to me that it actually says how many I killed. It says 57 here, and according to my loot tracker, it says I killed 63. So I don't know. Apparently I killed 6 wolves outside of this. I don't remember ever doing that. I must have done at some point, but who knows. I'm going to steal some more cakes before we go ahead and get another Slayer task, or apparently I'm just going to get him stuck there. I want to do this before we get another Slayer task, just in case we get something that's like, I don't know, ghouls or something. I don't really want to be relying on buying food or getting food from Mauritania, because that is kind of inconvenient. So I'm going to grab these. We'll head over to Mauritania and get another Slayer task. Hopefully the next one isn't so inconvenient. We'll see. Right, let's take another assignment. What are you going to give me? 67 Banshees. We could actually do that because Slayer Tower is right there. And I can say I need some equipment. And I didn't... Well, it actually highlights them. Interesting. I didn't know that was an option, but that's pretty cool. Right, so we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves some earmuffs. So we are also going to buy ourselves an enchanted gem because I know that this has annoyed people too many times. And there we go. Can't wear our fancy DMed, unfortunately, but we do have ourselves an enchanted gem now, so I can check the remaining kills, and I don't have to rely on the chat to tell me, the chat box down here to tell me when I've completed the task, or how far away I am from completing it. Hopefully this is enough food to do. I believe they use magical melee, so the red DI body is going to do me some favours. So let's go get this task done. And that is going to be another Slayer task done. I actually knew this one was going to end because I have the enchanted gem on me for once. It is time to get ourselves another task. We're on a good streak here. Hopefully we get another task we can do. Another task from Mr. Mascara. Do me justice. Please give me a good task that we can do. 43 dogs. I think there's something I can kill. We don't have Southern Karen this week, so it's not as easy as it was last week. I'm going to look into it, and if I do find something acceptable for this, you will see me finish that task. It's just occurred to me there's quite literally dogs in Ardy. I don't know why I didn't think about this. But we're going to head back over to Ardy, I guess. Oh, I could just fish and try to teleport to get there quicker. And we're going to do another Slayer task. I was planning on doing a bunch of agility for this episode. But if we're going to get given tasks that we can do, why not make the most of it? 39 Slayer. Molinist unlocked. Very nice. So apparently I finished the task and didn't even notice. Let's go get a new one. Shades. Where do I kill Shades? I don't think I can do this task. I could go down to Morton, but I think I'm going to get destroyed if I do that. I don't think I have any better choices, to be honest. That is the Shades task done. That was pretty easy. Can't really complain. 61 Shades killed. Let's get another task. Slayer task number 4 of the episode. Skeletons. I'm pretty sure I can do that one. Are there any nearby? That's not helpful. I'll go kill some skelly bobs. That's a nice little level. 40 Slayer. I kind of got interrupted by the stupid pickaxe that keeps attacking me. But I think that unlocks some cool stuff. I think that actually unlocks basilisks, if I'm right. It does unlock basilisks. Quite a nice task. A lot of nature is. Also unlocks pterodogs. But we haven't done haunted mines, so I don't think I can get them. Thankfully. And that's going to be another task completed. We are on a serious streak here. Let's go and get another one. It just occurred to me that before, when I was teleporting, I teleported to Clan Wars and then ran through the Ferox Enclave and all the way to Soul Wars and then out. I could have just teleported to Soul Wars. I feel such an idiot sometimes. Right, before we go ahead and get our next task, I just want to quickly mention that I'm only going to do a maximum of 2 more Slayer tasks, regardless of what they are. And the reason for that is because if I do 2 more Slayer tasks, we'll be on 19 tasks in a row, which means the next one is a 10th task. And I'd like to try and save it for a better Slayer Master if I can. Maybe we can get 85 and get Neve, because then we'll get a big chunk of Slayer points, and that would be really helpful. But let's go ahead and see what assignment we can get. Ice Warriors. We have Northern... Oh, Northern Crane doesn't have Ice Warriors. It has Ice Giants and Ice Spiders. I keep forgetting this. So, I don't actually think we can do this one. I'm going to quickly check. We got 2 Wilderness ones, Asgarnia, Ice Dungeon, White Wolf Mountain, and Ice Queen's Lair. Unfortunately, we cannot do the Slayer task, so that's kind of irrelevant to the point that I was making anyway. But I'm sure at some point we'll get this task done, and hopefully we can get our 10th task from Neve. However, in the meantime, I'm probably just going to train agility for the rest of the episode. We've got about 5 hours of agility that I can do. Stack up some marks of grace, get ourselves some agility levels that we desperately need, because the 67 is required for Saladin the Twisted, as I've mentioned before, and I do really want to be able to take on that boss, because it's a very easy boss to do, it's just the requirements to get to it are very annoying. So, agility it is for 5 hours. This is basically going to be the last bit of the episode that you're going to see, so I'll see you guys again at the end. I would let you know if there's anything interesting that happens in the meantime, maybe like a random event or something, but I quite doubt it. Alright then, this lap, we've still got an hour left, but this lap is going to give us 60 agility, which I think is a nice round number. We can now use the werewolf course. We actually can't use this because to unlock it, you need to do creature of faith strain, which requires a ghost speak amulet, which obviously we don't have with us right now. So it's kind of sad, but yeah, there's a bunch of shortcuts and stuff, which is pretty cool. But we're going to end off on that because that is a nice round number for the episode. And the reason I want to stop here with an hour left is because I actually want to try and attempt to do the Shades of Morton quest. Now, I didn't realise that I could even attempt this. For some reason, I just sort of, you know, boxed it in with Nature Spirit and all the other ones that I can't do. But if we go down to Shades of Morton, I believe the requirements are Priest in Peril, 20 Crafting, 15 Herblore, and 5 Biomaking. And, yeah, the 25 Combat, whatever. But yeah, so this is the requirements for Shades of Morton, which is something that I think I could get done. I've looked at the wiki to see what items are required, and it does suggest I need some more money. So what I'm actually going to do is take this, and we are going to teleport over to... Unfortunately, we can't do this one because you need to do Architectural Alliance. So I think this is probably the closest. I want to go back to Central Corend, so we're going to steal some silk. And the reason I'm using up these charges as well is because we are going to be swapping this out at the end of the episode for the Marks of Grace, which we have 66 of, by the way. We may increase that number depending on how quickly we can do the Shades of Morton quest and go back to agility. But yeah, 66 Marks of Grace this week. It's not bad considering I did a bunch of Slayer. And we'll be saving that, sorry. Transferring it over to the next episode so that we can hopefully save up and eventually get full Graceful. Right, so that is basically... Oh, that's not where I want to go. Basically a full invent of silk. Now, what we're going to try and do is head over to Ardoon. And we want to try and sell it there. Now, apparently, this is what the chat is telling me, is that it's local based. So if I go to Ardy, I should be able to sell this without having him get annoyed at me. But if it's global, we're going to have to wait the timer, which I think is like 15 minutes. I never really know what the exact timer is because I've been told it's 20, been told it's 30, and sometimes I've been able to sell it after like 16 minutes. So not entirely sure what the exact timer is, but I am going to try and sell it in Ardy. Hopefully it sells, and we should have ourselves about 4k, I think. The wiki says about 5,000 coins, so I'm really hoping I can get away with 4,000. Otherwise, I'll have to do another inventory, and that could be kind of rough. Right, does it work, or are you going to get angry at me? Let's see. It is not local, it is global, and that is disastrous. Okay, so we've got to wait the cooldown. I don't really know what to do about this, but at least we can now confirm that it doesn't matter where you steal the silk from. Every silk trader will hate you. I guess I just find somewhere to do some easy combat training. I might just go to... Oh, wait, no, I can't go to Hill Giants. They're out of my range. I don't know. I'm going to find something to combat train on for like 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and try and sell some more. Hopefully it works. I really don't want to be wasting too much time trying to get GP. So, I decided to kill Hill Giants instead, because... Well, we had access to them. Why not? And I got 4 drops of lore runes in about 10 kills. Yeah, they're 1 in 42. I never get these when I actually want them. But, you know, why complain? I think the silk is ready to be sold back now, so we're going to head back. I did drop a couple of them for the items that we got, but I figured if they're worth more than 60 coins, it was worth switching out the silk, because obviously I'm only going to get 60 coins for these. I might try and go to Northern Crend and squeeze as much money as I can out of these by sending them to Theria in the rune shop. So, maybe, I mean, there's only 2 of them. They don't buy lore runes, so I'm just going to be selling them to the general store up here. Get myself some GP for that. And hopefully we can push ourselves close to 5,000 coins. That would be wonderful. And then we'll head over to Shades of Morton. Should be able to get it done in time. Wiki says it's a short quest. I remember it being quite a short quest. So this shouldn't take too long. Alright, can I sell these? Okay, there we go. So apparently it's a 10-minute cooldown, I found out. Let's go ahead and sell these and see how much we end up with. Hopefully around 5,000. Okay, we have got a lot less than I thought. Oh yeah, I guess 6 times 2. About 1,260, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot less. I really hope this is enough, because I don't have a lot of money right now. Right, it's time to attempt Shades of Morton. Hopefully these people are helping me nicely. We're on the official world. Got ourselves some cakes. I did lose one on the way down here. But we'll just see how this goes. Let's get this done. Oh, but that's not done then. Cool, Shades of Morton is completed. That has got ourselves 2,000 crafting XP, 2,000 herblore XP. I don't think that's any levels. Nope, unfortunate. But we did go ahead and make a 208 instead of a 207. I felt like, why not in the moment? So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this guy. And we're also going to cure him as well and get some more GP, which is pointless. But I just felt like we might as well do that. We could go ahead and use this key, actually, for a little bit of fun. So I think I'll do that. And then we've got one more dose of the potion. I don't think there's anybody else here that you can actually use. So I might just give it to a random citizen and see what they give me as a reward. I think... Yeah, we'll give it to a random afflicted, and we get ourselves some olive oil. Delightful. That is completely and utterly useless, mate, because I'm not hanging around here. But still, let's go ahead and use up this key and see what we get from the Shade Crypt thingy, Bob. All right, mystery chest. What do you give me? Some Chaos Roots. Sure, why not? Just wanted to see what I got from that. Anyway, we have got ourselves 10 minutes left. I'm going to head back up to Mauritania and do a little bit of agility training for the rest of the episode. And then we'll finish off and we will roll 4 regions for the next week. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are counting that. I don't care what you say. I'm allowing it. There we go. Okay, time is up. Yes, I went over like a couple of seconds. Leave me alone. Not a big deal. Whatever. Right, so another week over. We still have an iron kite shield that we kept from Hill Giants because I forgot to get rid of it. Another week over. At the end of this week, we are going to be carrying over our 6 items, which are the Rorschach, the D-Med, the Rune Scimitar, the Red DI Body, the Rune Boots, and now we are going to change the Xeric's Talisman. We're going to be getting rid of that and carrying over the Marks of Grace instead. That is 68 Marks of Grace we gathered this week. We're going to carry them over to next week and probably the week after that until we finally collect full Graceful, which we can then store in the house. So that's our week done. It is now time to go ahead and, I guess, just roll the next 4 regions. Let's go. I really could have got better regions here. I think I'll look at some tasks next week. I feel really scammed, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, let's wrap up this episode, and we shall move on to another week of Regional Rumble.